Andy, you go outside and see that everything's locked up tonight. All right, Mr. Bradford.
Stay where you are and keep your trap shut.
Hello, Whitey. I thought you had 10 more years to serve.
Yeah. But I was so anxious to get square with you that I busted out. I could have knocked you off when I first come in, but I had to face the judge when he handed me my rap, and I want you to do the same.
You're crazy.
Maybe stir crazy. If I am, I got you to blame for it. I've been laying up there in a pen while the Black Raven's been doing pretty good for himself. We were partners when the dough was rolling in, but when the law cracks down, you don't know me from a yellow dog.
All of a sudden, you got too smart to take orders. When I saw what was coming, I protected myself. Why should I get into jam? Because you were a fool.
That's your story. It's the way it looks from where I stand. You double-crossed me so you could grab the works.
You could be wrong about that.
Yes. And I could be right. You weren't satisfied with a 50% cut. So now I'm going to give you a 100% payoff.
Andy, come here, quick. All right, go easy, man. Don't break his neck.
Oh, I wanted to make sure I had him.
No doubt about that.
He don't know his own strength.
We'll take him to my room. Bring him along. Put him in that chair.
What's the matter? Didn't he like the service?
He's suffering from rapid delusions aggravated by a moronic mentality.
Is that bad?
Might prove fatal.
I hope it ain't catching. Let up on me, Raven. I won't bother you no more.
I'm quite sure you won't bother me anymore.
What are you going to do with me?
You've still got another 10 years to serve. That'll keep you busy for a while.
Don't turn me in. I'll promise to leave the country and never come back.
I'd be a fool to take a chance on trusting you when I don't have to.
I'm told you can slip a hot guy across the Canadian border.
I don't think I know you.
I'm Mike Bardoni. You're the Black Raven. Now have that mug put my car away.
Andy? Oh, I'd like to dry out sometime tonight.
Maybe you'd like to see today's paper.
Register, please.
I don't think so. I'm in a hurry to get across the border.
It's liable to rain all night. You may as well be comfortable.
Well, maybe I'd better.
Mike Bardoni, the big shot. In solid with the state organization. Taking the underground to Canada. What's the answer?
My racket's paying off big, so Tim Winfield decides to take over and make me an office boy. When I don't play that way, he tosses me to the coppers. I'll come back when the heat's off and settle with him.
Tim Winfield, huh? He's a bad man to fool with. Others have learned the hard way.
All right, so it won't be easy. You think I got where I did by being a cream puff? How about some grub? I didn't take time to stop and eat.
I'll see what I can do for you.
The bridge is washed out. You'll have to turn back.
Oh, dear. Are you sure I can't get through?
I just said the bridge was washed out. I'm sorry.
But just a minute, mister. Are you sure it's impossible to cross?
Listen, buddy, if it was possible to cross, you don't think I would be standing here?
Oh, no, of course not, mister. But how am I going to get over?
You are nuts.
But is there no other way? This is a matter of life and death.
Whose? Yours or mine?
Oh, please, now you're joking. There must be other roads.
Sure there is, but they're all washed out.
Well, have you any idea how long it'll be before the bridge will be fixed?
That just depends upon how long this storm is going to last. But if you must wait a while, there is a little shack down the road belonging to the highway police.
Oh, no. If I have to wait, I'd much rather take a room for the night, or until the storm subsides.
Well, then turn back about a mile to a place called the Black Raven. They might be able to put you up.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome. The bridge has been washed out. You'll have to turn back.
Do you have any idea how long it'll be before we can get through?
I'm afraid it won't be for some time.
Is there any other way across the border?
No, sir. All the other bridges have been washed out, too.
Do you know of any place around here that we can stay until the storm blows over?
Yeah, a mile back down the road is a place called the Black Raven. I'm sure you can get accommodations there for the night.
The Black Raven?
The Black Raven.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What are we going to do?
I don't know, darling. But we're not going to give up, even if your father's political influence did keep us from getting a marriage license in this state.
I wish we hadn't tried to elope.
Why, dear?
Father's a vindictive man, and I'm afraid he'd make trouble for you.
He has no political influence in Canada.
We're not in Canada yet.
No, but we will be. We'll manage somehow in the morning.
I hope so, before Father catches up with us.
Well, we'd better get out of here before this storm gets any worse.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Yeah? What for?
I just beg your pardon, that's all.
Don't bother me, screwball.
Are you the proprietor?
No. He's out in the kitchen scaring up something to eat.
Good evening. Did you want a room?
Yes, the highway bridge was washed out.
So I heard. Let me take these.
Oh, never mind. I'll carry these.
All right. This way, please. Your register, please. Going to Canada?
Yes, I thought I'd spend my vacation up there.
Excuse me.
Why don't you watch what you're doing?
Sorry, pal. I hope I didn't break your bottle of cologne.
I'll show you up your room. Oh, Andy, there's another car outside one's putting away.
Another one? Oh, if this keeps up, I'll never get dry.
You let Andy have the key to your car?
Oh, yes, of course.
You come with me. Nasty weather for traveling.
I'd consider that an understatement. The bridge is washed out, you know.
I know. Will you register, please?
Yes, thanks.
Miss Winfield. Any relation to Tim Winfield?
He's my father. Do you know him?
Known him by reputation. He's a very prominent man.
You see, we lack his blessing. That's why we're planning on being married across the border.
I can well understand that. I may as well take you all up at the same time.
Fine.
Oh, would you pardon me for just a moment? If you're ready, I'll have Andy take you on your way.
Oh, there's no hurry. I'll stick around for a while. I like it here.
Suit yourself. I'm sorry. This way, please. I'll be with you in a minute, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
I hope you'll find this room comfortable, Miss Winfield.
It's very nice, thank you.
I can give you a room across the hall, Mr. Bentley.
Well, that'll be fine, thank you. I'll be with you in just a minute.
I'm terribly afraid.
Now, everything's going to be all right, darling. We'll cross the border and be married in spite of Mr. Winfield and all his henchmen. Remember, don't worry.
Thanks for following me up here, Tim.
I didn't follow you.
What you do means nothing to me.
I wouldn't be surprised if you changed your mind about that. I don't like to be kicked round.
You outgrow your hat, Mike. There's no one the organization can't get along without.
I'm glad to hear that, because they may have to get along without you.
Well, seldom I have such a distinguished guest as Mr. Winfield.
You know me?
I've had business with you, indirectly. You seem to have gotten wet.
Yeah, my car went into the ditch. Had to walk half a mile or so.
Oh, that's too bad. Put on this robe of mine, why don't you, while your coat dries?
Thanks. That may help me from catching cold. What business did you have with me indirectly?
I don't think you'll be interested in talking about that now. Excuse me while I get a jacket for myself.
There's another car out front, Mr.
Oh, pardon me. I thought you was Mr. Bradford. Andy, come here.
Mr. Bradford, there's another car out front.
Never mind about that. That prisoner escaped. You've got to search the house from top to bottom. You've got to find him.
Who searched for who? He may be dangerous.
He is very dangerous. That's why you must find him right away.
And that don't make me anxious to find him.
Where's Bentley? I've been trying to catch up with him.
I don't give information about my guests.
You know who I am. You better cooperate with me if you hope to stay in business. I warned you to stay away from my daughter, and you brought her here.
That's right. And as soon as we reach Canada, we're going to be married.
You'll never get to Canada.
Look here, Mr. Winfield. Lee and I love each other. Not even you can stop us. I could kill you for that.
A lot of people have felt that same way about me. But I'm still very much alive.
I hope for Lee's sake that you and I might someday be reconciled. But I won't take that, not even from her father.
You'll take more than that. I haven't even started on you. Lee isn't quite 21. And I'm going to have you prosecuted for kidnapping. I'll make sure you get the limit.
Andy, don't stand around there. Do what I told you.
Yes, sir. Connect me with the headquarters of the state police. That's what I said, the state police.
What's going to happen? Why is Father calling the police?
He'd call out the Marines if he could to keep us from getting married.
Operator. Operator, are you asleep? This phone's dead. It was all right a minute ago.
You probably noticed there's a bad storm going on. Anything could happen.
Once more, I forbid you to marry this fellow, and I expect to be obeyed.
You've no right to allow a stubborn prejudice to interfere with my happiness.
I'll be the judge of that. We'll go to your room, and you'll stay there till I can take you home. You were a fool to think you could put anything over on me.
We'll see. Keep your chin up. Race can't always be against you.
Thanks. Things look pretty black right now.
You dislike Alan because he had the courage to oppose you in politics.
I dislike him. That's enough.
Why should you care who I marry? You've never shown much affection for me, and you can hardly expect me to show much love for a father I can't even respect.
What do you mean by that?
Don't you suppose I can understand the dirty politics that's kept you in power? Do you think I'm such a fool as not to know where you get your money?
And I can also thank Bentley for turning you against your own father.
He had nothing to do with it. I knew about you before I met him.
Well, you better start to forget him, because you'll not see him anymore.
Someone tried to break into my room.
Man or a woman?
A man, I suppose. Why would a woman want to break into my room?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
This is no joking matter. My life may be in danger.
All right, all right. I'll go look under the bed for you.
Thank you.
Everything's all right here.
Someone tried to open that door.
That door's locked. Must have rattled in the wind.
I don't think so. It sounded exactly as if someone was trying to pick the locks.
It's just your imagination. You look very familiar to me. Where have I seen you before?
I'm sure we've never met before. I suppose I remind you of someone else.
I never forget a face. Something about you is impressed in my memory. Maybe it's the decorations. I got it. You're Horace Weatherby, the missing bank cashier. I've seen your picture in the papers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How much did you get away with?
I didn't get away with anything. I'm on my vacation, and I have a right to go where I like and do what I please.
How much did you get away with? I could find out for myself by opening that satchel.
No, wait a minute. I'll tell you. $50,000.
That's far from being peanuts. You better turn that money over to me.
No, I won't. This is my last and only chance to live, and I won't give it up. All my life, I've been nothing but an animated dadding machine. I wasn't supposed to have any feelings or emotions. They just wound me up once a week with that little salary check that was supposed to make me tick until the next Saturday. And traveling back and forth to work in that crowded subway with its smell of sweat and garlic, all I could think of was fresh air and the out of doors. I never planned to embezzle any money, but the chance just came one day, and I took it.
That money goes back where it belongs.
I can't give it back now that I've gone this far.
I've no desire to see you sent to prison. If I take that money back, you're free to do what you like. It's that or stand trial for embezzlement.
Take your foot out of that clothesline and you won't be attacked anymore.
Oh. Well, it could have been a fellow that tried to kill you. How was I to know?
You want the back stairs. I'm going to look around here for a while, and I'll meet you on the second floor. None of my business, but it might be a good idea if you were to keep out of sight for a while.
I'm not running away.
I found the dead man. I blame your stepped on him. In there.
He's dead. Something must have hit him a terrific blow on the head.
It gave me a funny feeling when I seen him laying there with your robe on. For a minute, I thought it was you.
Did you look around to see if anyone was hiding in the room?
No, sir. As soon as I seen that corpse, I left right now.
Let me out! Let me out of here!
You better stay here.
Somebody let me out! Somebody let me out of here! What happened? Why is everybody so excited?
Your father met with an accident.
Think that I...
Oh, no. No, you couldn't have.
Oh, dear, how awful. How did it happen?
Evidently, someone didn't like him.
Oh.
There's nobody upstairs. One of our guests seems to be missing.
Yeah. How about that fellow at Stein, the register, John Smith?
Well, there's your murderer.
Might be. Go and see if any of the cars are missing and make sure that none leave.
Yes.
Come on in and shut the door.
Where's that money?
Is that the $64 question?
Quit stalling. That little shrimp had 50 grand in his satchel, and Winfield took it away from him.
And then what?
Well, somebody's got that money now, and it could be you.
So you killed Winfield?
We won't worry about who killed Winfield. Where's that dough?
I don't know. Thank you for telling me about it.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe that young fella got himself a wedding present the hard way.
Anything's possible, but I don't believe that's the answer.
But where's that money now? It isn't a pigeon that could fly home by itself.
It's a wonder they wouldn't keep that cellar door locked before somebody breaks their neck. Mr. Bradford! Mr. Bradford! Mr. Bradford!
What is it this time?
Someone down the cellar.
You probably heard a mouse.
I didn't hear nothing. I seen a shadow.
Plenty of shadows down there.
Yeah, but they stay put. They don't move around.
With your imagination, you could see the Statue of Liberty do a conga. Hi, hello, Sheriff. What brings you out on a night like this?
Phone operator said someone from here was trying to call the state police, and the phone went dead.
That's right, but he won't need them now.
No? Why not?
Because he's like the phone. Dead.
Yeah. Died kind of sudden, didn't he?
I think he was murdered.
Murder? And you act like that's nothing to get excited about? Where's the body?
You'd have to go upstairs.
All right, lead the way. Don't any of you leave this room.
There he is.
Who is it?
Tim Winfield.
Tim Winfield? Why, he's one of the big men in the state. They've got to land someone for this murder.
That ought to be easy for a man of your ability.
Don't you worry about my ability. What do you know about this murder?
No more than you do at the moment.
Well, I'll decide about that later. Who found the body?
Andy. He was looking for an escaped convict.
Oh. So you think you can explain this murder by pulling an imaginary convict out of a hat, do you? Oh, I thought you could do better than that. Let's go downstairs. I want to talk to Andy before I do any more investigating. Did you find the body, Andy?
Uh-huh.
You sure he was dead when you found him?
Well, he didn't say whether he was or not, and I didn't stop to ask no questions. Hey, you ain't thinking maybe I done it.
Never mind what I'm thinking. You answer my question.
Well, I didn't have no reason to kill nobody, but he did, to keep himself from being arrested for kidnapping. They had a fight right here in this here room, and I heard him say he could kill the other fella.
So you had a fight with the court, huh?
My father objected to Alan and I being married. That was all.
Let him answer my question. And I'm warning you, whatever you say can be used against you. Where were you when the murder was committed?
Right here in this room.
Who was with you?
No one. I was alone.
Well, that's not much of an alibi. And the corpse was trying to call the state police to have you arrested for kidnapping. Well, you can't beat that for a motive. I guess we can call this crime solved without much trouble.
You're more stupid than usual, Sheriff. That boy isn't a murderer.
Maybe you were mixed up in this, too. I've had my suspicion about your business here at the tavern for a long while.
Yes, I noticed that. It's been very amusing.
Yeah, well, maybe it won't be so funny one of these days. You come with me while I finish looking around upstairs. You better stay here, darling.
No, I'm going with you.
Don't stand there and argue. Come on.
It's too bad you weren't born without a tongue instead of without a brain.
Well, I didn't want him to think I done it.
All right, he doesn't think you've done it, so get out.
Yes.
You're not planning on having John Law get me out of your way, are you?
You're not in my way. I'm not going to have that boy take a rap for a murder he didn't commit.
Oh, the Raven's turned soft all of a sudden. He just wants to get the kid out of the jam. He's not a bit interested in the 50 grand.
Believe it or not, that's the way it is.
I don't believe it. That dough's around here someplace and nobody elbows me out of the way.
I beg your pardon.
What's the idea of pushing me down the stairs?
I really didn't push you.
Well, maybe it was an accident. What do you want anyhow?
You have the keys to my car. Will you give them to me, please?
No. Mr. Bradford says no one's to leave here.
But the sheriff has the murderer. There's no longer any need for the rest of us to remain.
Mr. Bradford says no one leaves, and no one leaves till he tells me different.
But I'm afraid to stay here. I know there's going to be more violence, and my nerves can't stand that sort of thing.
Ain't no use arguing. If I can stand it, you can. Come on, get out.
What did you hit him with? You'd better confess. It'll save me the trouble of looking for the murder weapon, and it'll be easier on you.
I've nothing to confess.
He couldn't do a thing like that, Sheriff. You must believe me.
Lady, you've got to cooperate with the law or keep quiet.
If you would allow anyone to cooperate, you might not make such a fool of yourself.
When I want your advice, I'll ask for it.
You're going to have my advice whether you want it or not. You're trying to pin a murder on the wrong man.
You said that sure he's innocent. Maybe you're guilty.
Maybe I am. You don't know that I'm not.
Are you confessing to the murder?
Certainly not. I'm merely trying to point out that you don't know who's guilty.
You're just trying to confuse me, that's all. He's guilty, and I'll have no trouble to convict him.
Come on, get in there. You know better than I am.
No, you don't. Where did Winfield go when he took that money away from you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Quit stalling. I heard the whole thing. Maybe Winfield hid that money someplace. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Hey, did you kill Winfield?
Don't say a thing like that again. Somebody might think you meant it.
Now, why don't you confess and take life instead of the chair?
I tell you, I have nothing to confess.
Oh, now, you're just being foolish, that's all. You can't beat this case. Tim Winfield's got a lot of important friends, and they'll make it their business to see that you're convicted.
Run out, run!
Turn me loose.
done that on purpose.
I'm terribly sorry. I hope you didn't hurt yourself.
Come here. Down, baby.
I'm sorry he made that break. It makes it look worse for him.
It's his only chance. That crooked political bunch would be only too glad to railroad him, to get him out of the way.
Yes, that's true enough. We've got to find the murderer. You wait in your room till I see what can be done.
Try to make another break. Stop, brother, shoot!
I thought so, too. Guess it must have been the thunder.
It wasn't thunder. I was standing by the window and I saw the gun flash. I'm afraid Alan's been hurt.
Now, don't you be frightened. He had plenty of time to get away.
He might have tried to come back on my account.
Don't worry about something that probably never happened.
Why did that copper come downstairs and go on about his business?
I really don't know.
Maybe the Raven is cooking up something with him to put the skids under me. Mugs bother me. Maybe one of you knows where that money is. Anyway, I'm not giving you a chance to scram with that dough while my back's turned.
But I assure
Never
you...
mind about that. I'll see that you stay put. Come on, start moving. down those stairs.
I don't like it down there.
Neither do I.
Who asked you what you like? Get down there. I guess that'll hold you.
You're hiding down here. I seen his shadow creeping along the wall.
What are we going to do?
We may have to fight for our lives.
That copper.
Outside catching cold, I hope.
Maybe the gal here knows something. She could have been slipped the satchel.
What's he talking about?
He has an idea that someone has a satchel full of money.
Now, you're not kidding anyone. There's 50 grand around here someplace.
There's also a murder to be cleared up.
If you don't stop talking about that, there's apt to be another one.
Now you're quite satisfied, no money's here, perhaps you'll untie us.
It's around here someplace, and you're going to stay right where you are until I find it. I've got the place to myself now. I can give it a real going over.
Afraid I'd overlooked this possibility.
I don't believe there's anybody else down here.
You can't tell for sure.
Well, it's all your fault. If you'd given me the keys to my car, I wouldn't be in this predicament. You've got to get me out of here. I'm going to find something to break down the door. Now, let go. I'm not going to stay locked up here down there with a murder.
Shut up or I'll bust you one.
But I got to get away from here or I'll go crazy.
Look here. You're better off down here than you would be up there at the river.
find out who that is. Come out with your hands up or I'll shoot. So you thought you could escape the gallows, eh? I'll make sure you don't try that again. Go on, get upstairs.
I'll have you free in a minute.
No.
Where'd that shot come from? Did you fire that shot?
I did not.
Alan, are you hurt?
No, darling. I wouldn't have been caught if it hadn't been for those two nitwits.
Andy, you going about your work.
Mr. Bradford, it wasn't my fault. I was locked down in the basement. I couldn't...
Get out of here.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Have you lost your mind again?
Dead man enough.
Dead? That bullet was meant for me. Well, there's another murder for you. Go ahead and solve it. Maybe you can pull something out of the hat. Ooh. I give up. The sheriff can handle this to suit himself.
It stopped raining. I can leave now. Will you give me the keys to my car?
You can have them as far as I'm concerned.
I'll be happy to see the last of this place.
You'd better see the sheriff before you leave.
Yes, I will. You heard him. Give me my keys.
All right. Now, look here, Sheriff. Maybe you didn't commit the second murder, but I've sure got you for the first.
But, Sheriff, you're making a terrible mistake.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Just a minute, Mr. Weatherby. You killed Tim Winfield.
No, that's not true. I didn't kill anyone.
You're going to run away and let young Bentley suffer for your crime.
If that's another murder, I'm going screwy.
Move over, Sheriff.
Who fired those shots? What goes on here?
Here's the man who killed Winfield, Sheriff.
Him? Why, I wouldn't suspect him of having the nerve to kill a rabbit.
Now, just a minute, Sheriff. Let me explain.
Shut up. What makes you think he killed Winfield?
The evidence was clear enough. Although it did take a little intelligence to unravel it. Also, he has the money. The other murderer is there. He was an escaped convict. Whitey Cole, who was after me.
Why did you kill Winfield?
I didn't mean to kill him. But when he took the money away from me, it was just as if he'd torn my heart out. You see, I'd gambled everything on that last chance to live, and without the money, it was useless. And as I sat there thinking about that, I got desperate. I picked up the footstool and followed him into a room where he'd gone to hide the money. I hit him as hard as I could. I wanted to hurt him, but I didn't think it'd kill him. And then I threw the satchel out the window, planning on picking it up when I could.
Mr. Bradford, you're hurt.
I guess Whitey has paid off in full.
Thanks, Mr. Bradford.
I hope you'll both be very happy.